Hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas DeLeon, and I am a senior reporter at Consumer Reports in New York. And today we have a special treat for you. Today we are going to rank the best gaming chairs. That's right, the best gaming chairs. We recently published an article that took about 1 million years to put together, and I'll get to that in a second, evaluating 8 of the most popular gaming chairs that are available today. I will list the exact models in a second here. We evaluated these chairs across a range of criteria, including ergonomic design, comfort, ease of use, and ease of assembly. Now, you may be asking yourself, why should I care what Consumer Reports has to say about gaming chairs? A fair question. If I may, 1. Consumer Reports has been around for about 93 years, rating and reviewing stuff. Cars, toaster ovens, coffee makers, you name it, we review it. 2. I'm a huge nerd. This stuff is very important to me. I see a lot of my fellow gamers out there kind of thinking about the idea of buying a gaming chair, what's the best gaming chair, and I just felt that we have the ability to help, so let's try to help. And 3, and most importantly, Consumer Reports is entirely independent. We bought these chairs with our own money. We assembled these chairs at our own offices on our own. Nicholas, the guy staring probably poorly into the camera, I wrote this article. At no point did a manufacturer reach out and say, hey, we've got a new chair. Why don't you guys check it out and write about it? No. That's not how Consumer Reports works. I'm not saying that's bad necessarily, but what I'm saying what we do is we are entirely independent. We purchase everything on our own. We test everything on our own, and we evaluate it and write about it and publish content about it on our own. Now, before we get to the actual ranking of the gaming chairs, I do want to kind of set the stage a little bit and kind of explain a little bit what we're talking about. What is a gaming chair? What makes a gaming chair? What makes a good gaming chair? What makes a bad gaming chair? All good questions, and I'll try to get to those right now. What is a gaming chair? That's actually a great question. What is a gaming chair? And sort of in our evaluation, there's nothing really like gaming about these chairs. They don't like unlock DLC. They don't, they don't charge your phone. There's no like built-in wireless charging. They don't, they don't help you get good or anything like that. They're just chairs that kind of look a little bit gamery. They kind of have that gamer aesthetic. Lord knows I have tons of accessories that have that kind of gamer aesthetic, which is fine, but that's kind of like the biggest trait that they all kind of have in common. They all kind of look gamery, which is fine, whatever. But that's what makes it a gaming chair, is that it kind of looks like a gaming chair, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, etc. Another commonality that we found in several of the gaming chairs is that a lot of them use what's known as a bucket seat design. I actually happen to have one of these chairs. I personally own a Secretlab, the 2020 model that I bought in 2020, and it has a bucket seat design, which what that means is that like you've got the backrest, and then you've got these kind of like wings that like protrude out the back, and I guess they look cool, but in practice what they do is like they kind of like squish you into the chair. So if you're trying to play, I'm old, I play a lot of boomer shooters, so if I'm sitting there playing, I don't know, Quake 2 RTX or whatever, it's like I don't want to be like stuck in my chair, and it's exactly what happens. I didn't realize that was happening until we started work on this project again several months ago, and I was like, oh man, this chair is suboptimal, I guess is what I'll say. So if you can find a chair that doesn't have that bucket seat design with the things that are designed to pin you in, I guess we speculate that those were maybe initially designed for like simulators. If you're training for the Air Force, if you're training to be like a race car driver or something, you want to be pinned into the seat so you don't go flying out. But that doesn't happen when you're like playing Stray or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you're playing Stray like super hard or something. But like ordinarily when you're playing a game, you're not really like at risk of like flying out of the chair. I don't think. At least I never have. So that's kind of what makes a gaming chair a gaming chair, I guess. Now, as far as what makes a good gaming chair, and you can actually apply this to non-gaming chairs, which is something we'll get to maybe towards the end of the video. The number one thing that you should look for, and the thing that we rated most highly, was ergonomic design. Whenever you see the word ergonomics, your brain should sort of like shortcut to adjustability. I know that's kind of weird now because like everything is ergonomic, but I think that's just like a quirk of like American marketing where it's like, you know, all natural food, and that doesn't even really mean anything anymore. Ergonomic this, ergonomic that. Whatever. Within the context of these chairs, ergonomic means adjustability. You know, we're all people, we're all roughly shaped the same, but within, you know, the constellation of humans here on planet Earth, there is some variation. There's a very good chance that my right and left arm are probably very slightly different lengths. Same goes with my legs, probably very slightly different lengths. Same goes with your arms and your legs watching at home. They're probably very slightly different lengths. And so what you want is a chair that is able to adjust to the peculiarities of your own body and your friend's body and your brother's body and your sister's body so that you can get the most optimal fit. So that's why you should look for things that have highly adjustable armrest, adjustable lumbar support, adjustable seat pan so that you have an adequate gap between the edge of the seat pan and the back of your leg to kind of find that optimal fit for your body. Now, I only have one monitor, so it's probably not going to be the most elegant ranking video you've ever seen, but we'll get through this. In alphabetical order, the 8 chairs that we evaluated were the Cooler Master Ergo L, the Gtracing gaming chair, the Herman Miller Cross Logitech Embody gaming chair, the Homall gaming chair, the Mavix M9 gaming chair, the Razer Iskur, the Secretlab Titan Evo 2022, and the Staples Emerge Vortex gaming chair. Hopefully, if I did this right, the chairs should flash across the screen as I said their name with the retail price. Now, pricing can be kind of tricky for stuff for these type of things. The retail price that I flashed across the screen is the price that we saw when we purchased the chair, which was, I believe, back in June. So it's been a few months, but that should be about the ballpark of what you can expect to pay for the chair. Okay, we are now on the Tier Maker website. It's just a standard, and it starts with S, A, B, C, and D. Again, we've got 8 gaming chairs here, and we're going to kind of sprinkle them out and kind of give them a ranking. With S tier obviously being the best. S being, you beat Resident Evil 2 in under 2 hours. No damage, no saves, knife only. Shout out to my friend Carsey out there. But yeah, S rank is the best, and D is probably don't buy that if you can avoid it. Now, ordinarily, you build up to the S rank. You kind of list the bad one first, and then you go up. You go up the ladder. We're gonna do things a little bit differently. We're gonna list the S tier first because you'll understand why in a second here. I've actually never done this before, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The S tier in the Consumer Reports ranking of gaming chairs goes to, I think that worked. It looked like it worked. Yes, that is the Logitech. That's actually the Herman Miller Cross Logitech Embody gaming chair. That was the very best gaming chair that we looked at. Bar none. It got the best score. It is the most adjustable. It is the most comfortable. Some of the levers and adjustment, lever adjusters were a little bit tricky to use, but it was also the easiest to assemble. Why is that S, and why did I list that first? One reason: this is an $1,800 chair. Last we checked. $1,800 is obviously a huge amount of money for anything, I guess, especially a gaming chair. So if you have $1,800 to spend on a gaming chair, congratulations. You must be doing great. But I think that's probably a little bit too expensive for the average consumer. I personally am not spending $1,800 on a gaming chair, but I did want to get that out of the way. First and foremost, or earliest, or whatever, that is the best. If you have infinite money, if you're a Bitcoin millionaire, whatever, the Herman Miller Cross Logitech Embody gaming chair is the best. It is the best. Moving on. Now things get interesting. Now we're going to go, the normal way. Yeah, so now we're going to go from bottom up, and we're going to try to try to help folks make a smarter buying decision. Again, the last thing you want to do is to buy one of these chairs from an online retailer, have it sent to your home, build it, sit in it, and you find out that you hate it, find out that it stinks, because now you've got two options. One, you can either live with it, or two, you could try to return it. And these chairs are, I mean, they're chairs. They're bulky. Put it in a car and drive it to like the UPS store or whatever. That is a real hassle. So if you can avoid that, do your research, and hopefully this video helps. Hopefully the article helps. Obviously the article has more information, more in depth. Again, it took about 1 million years to put together this whole project. And there's a ton of stuff in the actual written text article that I would encourage you to read. Yeah. Okay. So moving on. Okay, now we're getting into the actual list here with the D rank, the D tier. These are, if you can avoid these chairs, you should probably avoid them. They are chairs. They literally work. They are relatively inexpensive. So if you're on a very tight budget, I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can swing it, I would probably recommend saving up a little longer for something else other than these two chairs. At the bottom of the list is the Homall S Racer gaming chair, which I believe is that guy. And then we have the Gtracing gaming chair. Those are your D chairs. Those are chairs that, hey, look, they're inexpensive. What's the pricing offhand? Let me just double check here. The Homall S Racer is like 110 to 150. We saw the Gtracing gaming chair is also 110 to 150. So these are the cheapest of the bunch, but they're not great. They're not super ergonomically sound. They're not especially comfortable. These are chairs that they have that bucket seat design, which just makes them, again, you're just like that. They're not awesome. We're not making fun of anyone. If you have this chair, or if you're thinking about buying this chair, this is all you can afford. That's fine. That's great. They look cool. They look like a gaming chair. But within the context of our evaluation, these were not the best. These were probably the chairs that, if at all possible, I would recommend that you avoid. Okay, moving on to the C rank. These are the C chairs. These chairs are a little bit better than the D chairs, but they're still not awesome. We would recommend, unless you're a particular fan of the brand, maybe look elsewhere. So what's the C chair? What is the C chair? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the C chair is the Razer Iskur, which retails for around $500. Again, pricing is kind of weird right now. So I would just double check to make sure, wait, if you're interested in purchasing this, just to make sure that the price is in the $500 range. Why is this not ranked higher? Why are we so kind of disappointed with this? Especially, I mean, Razer's been around forever. They make a ton of stuff. Like I said, I'm a big PC gamer. I've used Razer. I personally purchased a ton of Razer stuff, mice, keyboards, you name it. I've purchased it. So what's up with this chair? Two kind of big issues here. One, the ergonomics. The ergonomics are just kind of not really there for this chair. For one, you cannot adjust the depth of the seat pan, and the seat pan is like the part of the chair that you sit on. Ordinarily, you want to be able to adjust that kind of like forward and backward to kind of give you like an inch or two of space between the edge of the seat pan and the back of your knee. That's kind of like the optimal chair sitting position. You can't adjust that, so that stinks. B, this is a super bucket seat design. You could see the kind of wings that flail out. It just limits your mobility. You're sitting in a chair, you kind of feel like that, which is not awesome. Another thing that kind of hurts the Razer Iskur is the assembly. We rated assembly, as part of the overall evaluation of these chairs. You got to build them. And this chair was kind of tricky to build. There's one point where you have to kind of join, the backrest and the seat pan, and there's a point where you have to like thread a cable between the two and to like join them. And that was not super clear in the instructions, either in the printed instructions or the video they kind of ask you to watch to help build it. So that's not good. So for all those reasons, the Razer Iskur, if you're a huge Razer fan, it looks cool. If you think gaming chair, yeah, it's gonna look something like that. It is a chair. It works, but there are better options, and we'll get to some of those better options in a second here. Okay, moving on. We're gonna stay in the C rank for I think one more chair here. Joining the Razer Iskur in the C rank, we're gonna put the Mavix M9 gaming chair. There are a few reasons why the Mavix M9 belongs in the C rank. And if you look at the ratings, it doesn't score too bad. Why does it deserve to be in the C? One, price. This thing starts at around $1,000, which is pretty expensive relative to other chairs in this list. Some of the other chairs that we're going to get to shortly, they don't cost as much. In one case, it costs a lot less. So that's one problem. Another problem is kind of ease of use. We found that the labels on the the armrest and the lumbar, none of the labels are particularly clear. Maybe you get the hang of it. It's not that big of a deal, but that's part of it. One issue that was kind of weird, we sort of found that every now and then when you kind of just like shift in the seat, the backrest will just like raise up. So you could just imagine you're playing, I don't know, whatever. You're playing whatever, and you're kind of like, bouncing around the chair, you're in a groove or whatever, and then imagine the backrest just kind of like shoots up. That would be kind of weird. So for those reasons, I think this belongs in the C rank. Okay, moving on. Now we're gonna go to the B rank. Now we're feeling confident. These are chairs that you could probably buy and feel pretty good about it. Again, you could buy whatever chair you want. They're all chairs. They're all, they all literally work. But you want to get a good chair for your money. And I think around this mark, the B rank is when it's like, okay, these are kind of good. So what's in the B rank? We're going to put two chairs in the B rank, and we're going to try to bang them out all in one shot here. We're going to put the Titan, the Secretlab Titan Evo 2022, which is a famous chair. I cannot use Instagram without seeing ads for this chair, which is neither here nor there. Then we're also going to put the Staples gaming chair. Those are the two B ranks, and why is that? They both score pretty well. I know Secretlab is, they're kind of the big guy in town. They must have a huge marketing budget because I see their stuff everywhere. The reality is, it's a pretty decent chair. It uses that bucket seat design, which we don't love, but other aspects of the chair are quite adjustable. So it kind of evens out. And obviously, we didn't really take aesthetics, or we didn't take aesthetics into account for this evaluation. But obviously, the Secretlab stuff, they're available in all sorts of colors and kind of like brand logos on them. So there's a lot of variety there. So it is overall, it's overall a pretty good chair. That's why it belongs in the B rank. Secretlab chairs, they pricing wise, I think they start around $500. I believe we paid roughly that for ours. So that's not $1,000. That's not $1,800. But that's around $500, which is something that I would imagine a lot of folks would have to save up to purchase. It's not an impulse buy. But you do see these Secretlab things advertised everywhere, and in our test, they're pretty good. One kind of like special mention for the kind of the assembly process. I don't know, maybe someone at Secretlab is a huge fan of Apple, but like the tools come in like this kind of like pristine little presentation. The presentation is very nice when it comes to assembly. I'll just leave it there. Okay, what is the other B chair? That was the Staples Emerge Vortex gaming chair, to give it its full name. Why is this a B chair? This doesn't. Yeah, what's so special about the price? This is a very affordable chair. This around $160, which is I don't want to say that that's affordable, but within the context of these chairs, which, as we've said, can go for $500+ a $160 gaming chair that it looks gamery, it's cool. Ours was blue. It's kind of got that kind of like mech look design. It ticks a lot of good boxes. The adjustability, the ergonomics are more or less there. Oh, they are there. It pretty comfortable to sit on, pretty easy to use. The controls, everything's nice and laid out. So it's like it's overall a good chair, which is not necessarily surprising. Staples is an office supply store. They probably know office stuff, and this is effectively an office chair. These are all kind of like office chairs, I guess. But yeah, this is not a bad option. I think a lot of folks, especially younger folks who are out there kind of researching gaming chairs, and they don't necessarily have like a giant budget. They cannot spend $1,800, maybe even $500 is a little pricey. I mean, look, $500 is a lot of money. I would be loath to spend $500 if I didn't have to. The Staples chair comes in at around $160, and it does a lot. It's a good option for not only just folks on a budget. It's a good option for a lot of folks. So I think the Staples a well-earned B. Okay, well, not that there's a lot of drama left in the remaining ranking process here, but the A rank, which is probably the pick for I would say most consumers out there, would be the Cooler Master Ergo L gaming chair. This chair basically does it all. It scored very well in all of our evaluation buckets: ergonomic design, comfort, ease of use, ease of assembly, and hey, price. This thing we paid around $450 for it, which is what was the S tier again? That was that Herman Miller Cross Logitech for $1,800. This chair scores very nearly as well as that for $450. I've sat in all of these chairs, obviously, and in my personal experience, I certainly didn't notice, more than a $1,000 difference between the Cooler Master and the Herman Miller. Again, if you've got the money for the Herman Miller, that's the way to go. But I feel like a lot of folks probably don't. And if you don't, and if you have more like $500 to play with, you should probably consider the Cooler Master, which was a little surprising to me. I know Cooler Master from like, CPU coolers and stuff. And here they are. They made a pretty good chair. Again, ergonomically sound, pretty comfortable. What more can you ask for? So there you go. That's the Consumer Reports tier ranking of gaming chairs. Again, we looked at 8 gaming chairs. We bought them our own, assembled them our own, evaluated them our own. I wrote the article. Here is the tier ranking list. And to go in order again, S rank, you've got the Herman Miller Cross Logitech Embody gaming chair. A rank, you've got the Cooler Master Ergo L. B, you got the Secretlab Titan Evo 2022 and the Staples Emerge Vortex gaming chair. C rank, you're looking at the Razer Iskur and the Mavix M9 gaming chair. And the D rank is the Homall S Racer gaming chair and the Gtracing gaming chair. Kidding, one more thing. Please be sure to visit consumerreports.org. As I said at the top of the video, CR has been in business for, I think, 93 years. We test and review pretty much everything. Cars, refrigerators, lawnmowers, gaming chairs now, apparently. I hope this video was helpful. As I said, I am one of you. I am a gamer, and I want us to thrive. I want us to do well. I don't want you to waste money on a chair because you think it looks cool, and then you buy it and you sit in it and you're like, well, this is not great. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'll put my Twitter thing. You could, I'm on there all day. Just tweet me or whatever. You can email me. I'll put my email there as well. But most importantly, consumerreports.org, a subscription to the website, I think is like $39 a year. If you want the magazine as well, I think it's like $59 a year. Lord knows I spend more than $59 a month on content, and we're independent. No one's bossing us around. No one's telling us what to do. No one's telling us what not to do. We are beholden to exactly one constituency, and that is you, the readers and subscribers and members of Consumer Reports. So thank you very much. Have a nice day, and I will see you real soon. Bye bye.